Let's learn 20 idioms about age. Number 1. No spring chicken. This is used to say that someone is no longer young. For example, after climbing the hill, I realized I am no spring chicken. This means after climbing the hill, I realized I'm no longer young. Number 2. Wet behind the ears. This means someone is young and inexperienced. For example, my assistant is a bit wet behind the ears. He still has a lot to learn. This means my assistant is a bit young and inexperienced. He still has a lot to learn. Number 3. Getting on in years. This means someone is getting old. For example, Becky's worried she's getting on in years after sporting more gray hairs. This means Becky's worried she's getting old after sporting more gray hairs. Number 4. As old as the hills. This means someone is extremely old. For example, Sanjay feels as old as the hills when his kids talk about technology. Number 5. Bright young thing. This means young, enthusiastic, fashionable, or ambitious person. For example, these bright young things have just started college. Number 6. Bridge the generation gap. This means to appeal to people of all ages. For example, this TV show bridges the generation gap. The whole family loves it. Number 7. Ripe old age. This means very old age. For example, my grandpa got married again at the ripe old age of 92. This means my grandpa got married again at a very old age of 92. Number 8. Act one's age. This means to behave in a way that is appropriate to one's age. For example, Brendan's teacher told him to start acting his age. Number 9. Tender age. This means very young age. For example, Sally first sang on the stage at the tender age of 7. Number 10. Feel one's age. This means when one is conscious of being older. For example, I feel my age when I go shopping with my children. Number 11. In the prime of one's life. This means at the best, healthy, and successful period. For example, I just turned 40 and I'm in the prime of my life. I always go to the gym after work. Number 12. Knee-high to a grasshopper. This means when someone is very young. For example, Cutty started learning piano when she was knee-high to a grasshopper. This means Cutty started learning piano when she was very young. Number 13. Long in the tooth. This means someone is old. For example, I am too long in the tooth to try out skydiving. This means I'm too old to try out skydiving. Number 14. Twilight years. This means the last years of someone's life. For example, Derek and Joan spent the twilight years traveling the world. This means Derek and Joan spent their last years traveling the world. Number 15. Over the hill. This means when someone is old and past their best years. For example, I can't come to that party with you. I'm over the hills. Number 16. Young at heart. This is used to describe someone's youthful trait despite being old. For example, Angela might be 84, but she's still young at heart. Number 17. That awkward age. This means a period of adolescence when people feel very self-conscious. For example, Clara is at that awkward age and she finds it hard to talk with people. Number 18. Come of age. This means to reach maturity and have the same legal rights as adults. For example, in many countries, there is a big celebration when people come of age. Number 19. Improve with age. This means when people get better as they get older. For example, many singers' voices improve with age. This means many singers' voices get better as they get older. And number 20. Great age. This means very old. For example, Stephen has reached the great age of 100. Write your own comment and join my WhatsApp channel to get your free PDF with the link below.